Chelsea, first things, welcome back. You're beginning your second season with the team. How exciting is it? You know, you've already had a year under your belt now.
Yeah, it's very exciting just to be back and to know the kids better now, know some personalities, and just to establish roles with the returners. And also we tried to establish some sort of focus with those kids on what they needed to get better at in the postseason and in the summers. And they took it very seriously, bringing in 7 new kids. They knew that there wasn't second chances going to be coming around every game. It was get better or you are going to potentially lose minutes or lose a spot. And they took that very seriously. I'm proud of how they came back. It's also nice to have 7 new faces. There is, like Hanna mentioned, there's a lot of learning yet, but it's good to have a few veterans to say, okay, watch us do it correctly. We've been through it, and then they are learning quickly because of that.
Now, with a year under your belt, there's a little more continuity. Your guys are a little bit older this time around. How does that help you guys out moving here down the road?
It's we are veteran, but I still wouldn't put us give us too much credit in the veteran aspect just because it is year 2 with me. And so even last year with what we ran, we didn't get to do as much as I wanted to offensively, defensively, because of the numbers we had in personnel. So we are still a young team even though we have the larger class of seniors. So not to downplay that, but almost just to say, okay, be realistic with it, that we are still a young team trying to mature yet, and now bringing in this many new faces, that can slow it down a little bit too. But I have a lot of trust in each kid's role when they do it right, especially those veteran, our top kids that get a lot of minutes from last year. That's going to continue, so that is exciting.
So as this team continues to mature, do you feel like this is a group that might turn a few heads here as you guys get ready to move on?
It'll depend how we play defensively, to be honest with you. That's one thing. We are nowhere near Northern Sun game ready because of how we play defensively. And that's just a level of discipline and toughness to say, okay, you have to do it right and specific and know your agenda and know your focus. And when we do that, I feel very confident in how we can potentially make some upsets or be in more games this year, but I'm not going to give us enough credit until we start proving it day in, day out defensively in practice.
Now obviously in your first game, your post-game shine, what else do you feel like is going to be the identity of this group?
Yeah, it's just the patience of reading what we're going to get. When we do have great shooters out on the perimeter, and then with C and Sid on the interior being able to bang, what are you going to take away? And it's our job to read it. If they're going to double, we should kick that ball out and let it fly. If they're going to stay at home and go one-on-one in the post, then you need to score or get fouled. So it's more patience of saying within our motion, can we have the spacing and make the correct reads? They have to take something away where this year we don't have a non-threat out there where they can just double down or take something away. They're going to have to pick and choose, and it's our choice and it's our focus and decision to be disciplined and make the right read out of that.
So, Mayville wasn't necessarily at the same level as you guys, but just to start the regular season, was it a step in the right direction for you?
It was, especially offensively. I thought, we hit a zone right away, and that's not really what you want to do when you're not practicing zone yourself. So, the week before we put in a zone with our practice men's team and things like that. But I still am really proud of offensively our tempo at times and just our shot ready. We hit 7 threes, I think, in the first half against Mayville. It's because they weren't guarding us on the perimeter very tight. Then they made a adjustment and they started not allowing us to get those 3-point shots. Well, that's where you saw our post play really go to work. So as much as it was not what you want to see necessarily zone all the time, it was good discipline offensively and fun to see us adjust with that. But defensively, I was not happy with our effort and focus, and that's been kind of our forte all week, is to get better on that.
So you get the same level of competition with Northland this week, and so is that more of a learning game you guys are going to be working on and focusing on that defense especially?
Absolutely, yes. It's just got to be, every shot they take needs to be a contested, difficult shot. I don't need crazy turnovers. I don't need to get out of sorts. I just want to make it very difficult and a disciplined level of defense. And, Northland, you got to give them credit, at the same time, they sometimes run 5 out. That's going to be difficult for Sid and C to guard on the perimeter once in a while. Northland's tallest kid is 6 foot, so she's going to be jacking up threes, and we'll have to adjust playing someone smaller, which will make us work. So do I expect to win every game? Do I expect to compete every game? But with this, it's a level of discipline when we go into Friday's game. Hey, are we getting better, or are we just playing at the level of what we think we need to just to get by?
And so you get to play at D2 school now coming up this weekend as well. So how will that help gauge where you guys are at as a team for Division II?
Fort Hays is an outstanding team. They're very, very well coached. They're very disciplined. They run a lot of different offensive looks. So I don't know if we'll see some sort of attack, dribble, drive action, some post, interior actions, a lot of ball screens. So we haven't seen. They've played 2 games and they played against zones, both games for 40 minutes. So again, that doesn't help us in preparation, but Fort Hays, it would be one of the top, if not the top team in the Northern Sun most years for how good they are. So it will immediately show our kids what the level of play we need to be at every single night within conference play.
All right, so Aimee, first things, welcome back. How excited are you guys to get your season kicked off?
Oh, it's so exciting. I think for us seniors too, it's even more exciting because it's our last season, and I don't know, just going out there and playing the game we love, I don't know, that's just the best, I think.
What are your expectations here for this group? Second season under Coach DeVille. How much do you think you guys have grown from last year?
I think we've grown a lot. After having one season down with her, we finally kind of know what she wants us to do, and we just got to put it all together, listen to the details that she tells us to do, work hard, put 40 minutes together, and hopefully we get a W.
So you guys are a little more grown up this year, a few more seniors than last year. What are your expectations here for this group?
I think we just got to come out. We just got to start games right away. Last year we ended up kind of starting games not very well, and it's kind of frustrating because I know we can do it. And so this year we just got to start off really well and keep playing those 40 minutes hard and tough, and hopefully we can come out with a win because we have a lot of talent and we just got to put it all together.
So what have your coaches done this week to help prepare you for this weekend?
We actually just put in a zone today, or started putting in a zone today to maybe use that. But the big thing is defensively. We kind of got a little away from playing defense, one-on-one. Girls were taking us to the rim, and so Coach really pushed hard on that. We can't let our girls get to the basket. We just got to stay one-on-one on them and not let them get to the basket and score on us because that was just killing us.
And then what went right against Mayville, and how are you going to take that and apply it to this weekend?
Against Mayville, I feel like our offensively we played very well and it was very smooth, but they also were a zone, and so it was kind of easier, I guess, to just pass the ball around and shoot some threes and get it inside. And plus our bigs were playing very well, so getting it into them was very good.
Okay. All right, so Hanna, first things, beginning your second season under Coach DeVille, what are your expectations for this group in your second season with Coach?
I think it's just a big turnaround. We need to basically just reinforce what we learned last year and kind of push it into this year and kind of take everybody under our wings and show them what we were, not just freshmen last year. Freshmen didn't know what they were doing either or I guess everybody didn't know what they were doing under her. So this year I think we need to take everybody and just kind of be like we learned what we did last year too. So.
How much has this group grown from last year in your second season with Coach?
I think you can tell we're all not little underdogs anymore with her. Everybody kind of knows the ropes, and even the freshmen are learning faster than what everybody did last year. It's not everybody learning, it's just a select few.
And how is that going to help you guys out here moving forward this season?
I think everybody's bought in a little more this year than we have the last couple. So, I think it'll help us, how Aimee said, starting out games a little stronger. So I think you'll see that more in conference play than playing Mayville or lower ranked teams, I guess.
And what are your expectations here for this group?
I would expect a lot more wins. They haven't come very often, so I think we need to just not play as the underdog anymore. We know we're the bottom, so we can't play as if we're the bottom team. We need to come out and act like we can win, actually.
And then is this team kind of one that you might think is a dark horse and surprise a few people here down the road? I
think we can. There's my class has been playing together since freshman year, so it's kind of time that we're not the little babies anymore of the conference. We need to take over and show that we're not little freshmen that used to play 40 minutes a game.
And so, this weekend, still non-conference, but just how important is it to stay hot rolling into the conference schedule?
I think that'll help us carry over into conference. I mean, you don't ever want to go in losing, but winning also helps too. Playing Fort Hays is like top 10 in the nation, so I mean, if we beat them, it should show that we can basically play with anybody in our league too.
And so, especially with Sydney against Mayville, but just when the newcomers can, come and really help elevate the team and contribute that way, just how good can you guys be?
I think that helps a ton. It gives everybody a little relief. It kind of, if somebody's playing bad or like poorly, it helps them. It like takes a little relief off of them. You can, like how you said, Sydney, the outside play wasn't as strong because the ball was so easy to get inside. So it's like you'd be dumbfounded not to pass it inside to get the 30 points.